Salaman, welcome to lecture 5, same heading, what is a Quranic God, verse number 1, part 3. We have already discussed this in lecture 4, that La tadrukul absar wa huwa yudrikul absar wa huwa al-latiful khabir. He is the beyond the grasp of human understanding and vision, but he encompasses the vision or perceptive capability of every person's mind. So this our neuron system in our mind, so we are being in contact with our lawgiver through this limitless communication system. Through his superior and detailed micro and macro mode of intelligence and limitless communication system. So this is the way he has a contact with us, with every person on this planet. It's a very vast system. But what is our situation? A finite being cannot have any concept of infinite. So we have our limitation, but he is infinite, infinity. However, for a moment, if it is presumed that Muhammad had one-on-one dialogue with Allah at the highest levels of heaven, then in consonance with the above Quranic verse, he did see someone else instead of Allah, or instead of lawgiver. Because no human being has the innate capability to do so, not even a messenger. So whatever they are saying, the event of ascension, it's a big lie, It's all, fake story, fabricated story. They are saying Muhammad met with Allah 4 or 5 times for the bargaining of the praying. So this is all fairy tales, Allah is beyond our lawgiver is beyond the dimensional limitation imposed by space, time, condominium, and the human vision can never behold it. So this is the decision. It's you cannot see him. He is infinite and we are finite. Therefore, believing in God is not the right belief. This kind of faith is a kind of perplexity and confusion. According to the Quran, appropriate concept of our lawgiver is to discover his laws by using our mind and set up research institution and then utilize results of this research for the prosperity and peace of the society. So this is the believing of the God. It's not a worshipping of God. So with God believing, you should use your mind, intelligence for discovering his laws and then utilize them for the benefit of the humanity. Look, China, they are working. Even they don't believe in God. They are better than all the Muslim countries. So, the benefit of this, but what is the difference between China and Quranic system or the other nation, advanced nation? The benefit of this research must not be monopolized by a group of people or family, corporation or rich elites or technical advanced nations. So this is the problem. The Quran, this is the only system which controls it, which advises this. So to understand the real model of our invisible lawgiver or supreme intelligent authority, the Quran has provided innumerable sign, token to understand it. But I will discuss our, 6, 7 here. According to the Quran, believing or not believing of our lawgiver is a futile and time-wasting discussion. So all this discussion, believer or non-believer, atheist, agnostic, so the Quran saying it's a useless, you are wasting your time. Let you put this intelligent, your mind in somewhere else. The Quran emphasizes to use your brain or knowledge to discover these natural laws and then use the benefit of these laws for the humanity collectively. So this is the main purpose of believing in God, not worshipping God. The benefit of these laws in our daily life will provide you satisfaction, pleasantness about our lawgiver. When you find these laws, like so many laws, innumerable laws, like magnet, where you are using, like electricity, where you are using your pleasantness, satisfaction. So to strengthen this kind of belief about the existence of supreme intelligent authority or lawgiver, I shall present and discuss a few laws of our lawgiver from the Quranic point of view. So first of all, universal law of economy. The economy servitude is the main cause of present disorder and chaos in our beautiful planet Earth. Everywhere now it's a chaos. East, west, south, north, it's a chaos now. Why? It's because of economic imbalance, slavery. To bring peace and prosperity, the Quran advises to move the resources of the economy swiftly. Swift moving. It should not stay in few hands. To aggregate the poverty and deprivation from the society. Whatever the natural resources of the subsistence or intellectual nourishment have been provided by our lawgiver must remain open by moving the economy swiftly. It does not mean spending. It means swift moving in the economy. It should not be in few hands. It should not be in stagnancy. In the right direction. So this is a universal law your lawgiver has given. However, the Quran suggests that the medium-sized local industrial and commercial enterprises must be encouraged and integrated with the new and ongoing projects to check one-sided profit grabbing practice of the foreign collaborators. So this should not happen. Like all these big franchise, it is against the lawgiver, our lawgiver principle, because they are collecting all the money. And the small industry is almost finished now, or cottage industry. Then Quran advised, La yakunu dawla bainul aghniya minkum. Wealth along with means of sustenance must not remain in the hands of a limited number of rich families, a few organizations like modern multinational firms, or some rich countries or dynasties. So this is the main thing which Quran has given. So this is the basic universal principle for the economy if you want to eliminate the chaos and the disorder from the society which we have now. So this is the first thing we should do. We should, do this economic reforming, balanced economy, make sure that there should not be 62 person who are controlling the wealth or any special countries or G10 or whatever, the democratic leader or the corporation or the franchise. So this is cause of chaos and disorder and uncertainty on the planet. Then universal law of justice. According to the Quran, justice is the responsibility of the state and must be immediately available to every individual without any cost, especially to the plenty of. This is verse number 58, you can check it. The truth must never be concealed on purpose or knowingly falsified. This is 242. Third, the testimony must be straightforward based on what the person has witnessed. Withholding parts thereof or concealing the material evidence is an offense called obstruction of justice. 283. And judge the people in accordance with the Quranic judicial system, and you shall never be on the side of the criminal. On the witness stand, forget about self-implication and come out with truth, whether it has hurt you, your parents or your relatives, irrespective of their financial situation. This is 430. So if we implement the justice system properly, the economy will boom. Small industry, cottage industry will boom. Because they have the surety. They have the security that if anything happens wrong, our justice system is very good. So justice system is directly related to the economy system. If you don't have, look, in Western or Eastern countries, there is justice, 5 years, 10 years, there, cases are going, nobody take it. So if you establish this justice system, with this, all the lawyers or the advocate, they are the lobby, they are the shaitan. We don't need it. So it will finish. Because they are very costly. We cannot afford. The poor person cannot afford. So there is no need of these middle people. The government should provide this lawyer. So this is the second. And third, universal law of humanity. Every human being is equally honorable in the view of our lawgiver, irrespective of color, creed, religion, race, nationality, and gender. The noblest amongst you and closest to your lawgiver is the one who possesses the best conduct. 49:3. All of you are graded in accordance with the extent of your contribution for the coming generation. Humankind is single family. We are one family on this planet. So any country have these values, so he will be a very rich and stable country. Universal law of human personality. None has the authority to bypass or impede the Quranic clear-cut commands based on the law, our lawgiver. They are to be followed without exception or reservation to implement the intention and the contention of the language. Anyone committing a crime is doing it against one's own self. If you are doing the crime, you are damaging your personality if your conscience is alive. That society Quran has established. So no one will bear the burden of any other one. It will not happen that the criminal they will be free, and the people who do not anything, they become the criminal, The court has given the wrong decision, or the lawyer, he put the case in such a way that this innocent person behind the bar. Universal law of freedom. The Quran condemns personality cult, hero or God worshipping. God worshipping. Quran is saying, it is therefore completely against our lawgiver ground rules of freedom and fraternity are dividing the humanity based on religion, nationality and gender. 379. Muslim nation has been divided into 57 and still they are Muslim. Universal law of abundance. The Quran has used the phrase وَأَنْتَ خَيْرُ الرَّازِقِينَ. It signifies provider of excellent, noble, eminent means of nourishment, provision as well as intellectual nourishment. We have packed this planet with ample resources which shall prove to be sufficient for you and all your coming generation. Not only for you, make the system. Your coming generation, it's enough over here. Whatever commodity inclusive of grain, livestock or currency or other resources of sustenance available, keep it open for the benefit of the people where it should be required. It should not go into your hands. It must not go into 62% of the world, this person who are controlling the world economy. It should not go into the hands of the corporation. Abundance is a natural law of the universe. We can feel and realize the evidence of this law everywhere. In our beautiful planet, nature is luxurious and elegant. Everything is in abundance. Abundance has been demonstrated in everything and everywhere in our beautiful earth planet. Look anywhere. The declaration of the Quran in verse 70:31 that we have provided abundance, nature, resources not only for you but as well as for your coming generation. Nano nardakum wa iyyakum. We have provided you abundance means of sustenance as well as intellectual for you and for your coming generation and for the coming generation. So this is the Quran saying. Then in verse 1731, Quran advises us to utilize these abundant sources of subsistence for the development and nourishment of the abilities and capabilities of every individual to speed up the peace and prosperity in the society. This will bring the peace. Why there is not peace now? Because it is imbalanced economic system. Have and have not gap has been, extended, increased. And then Quran advised, وَلَا تَقْلَتُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ خَشْيَةَ الْإِمْلَاقِ نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُكُمْ وَإِيَّاكُمْ إِنَّ قَتْلَهُمْ كَانَ خَطَأً كَبِيرًا. And do not slaughter or waste the abilities. لَا تَقْلَتُوا. It does not mean kill. Slaughtering the abilities, capabilities of your present and future generation waladakum with the worry of deprivation or the scarcity of the nourishment resources. We have provided abundance means of nourishment for you. Nahnu narzukum, abundance means of nourishment, and as well as your tomorrow generation vayyakum. Surely destroying or wasting their innate capability is a serious offense against the law of abundance. Inna qataladhum kana khata'an kabira. So this you are going against the. Give them good education, give them best facilities so that they will work for the peace. Example I can give you, a few examples I can give you. In the kingdom of vegetable, this is in Arabic, al-nabat, there are countless of trees, flowers and plants. The process of production and reproduction reflect the lavishness of the nature for providing the provision in the form of vegetable and fruit. Look, you cannot count how many kind of herbals. Then I'll give example of the kingdom of the animals. Almul Haywan comprises of millions of animals in the land to provide livestock, and seafood is also a major source to provide us protein. Look, in the sea, millions type of fish, Then in the kingdom of minerals, all the mines, Almul Madan, you will find abundance of minerals deposits like oil, gas and all other vast natural resources. Now these big power are fighting. They are exploiting the resource of the poor people. They are going technically, they are advanced and they are grabbing them. Like all the African countries, they enslave Asian countries. So your knowledge of these laws and their benefits will prove your intellect beyond any doubts the existence of a supreme intelligent authority or lawgiver, and will put the seal on all your confusion and perplexity about the God. So now every person is confused or perplexed about the personality of our lawgiver. But if you start thinking all these examples I have given you, then you will be free from this. You will put the seal on this confusion and perplexity. Because you will go after law, like electricity. Okay, who discovered it? This is another question now. But we need electricity and millions of benefits for this. So this is a way you should not think or waste your time about the believing or non-believing God. Do you ask any time who is the inventor, who discovered the electricity? No. Your work is that to work on the electricity, use it and make the laws or the method which should benefit of all our human being. And we are benefiting light, magnetic, iron in our stores. I cannot count. You cannot count even. Everywhere we are using electricity. No one ever asked us who discovered it. So this is the same thing I am saying you. Don't waste your time about believing or non-believing in God. Just check His laws. They are very accurate laws. This will give you idea about our lawgiver. This is the reason the Quran does not support the charity and non-profitable organization introduced by Christian, Jew, Muslim and democratic countries. Their economic system, why they have suggested this charity system? Because their economy system has utterly failed to resolve their economic worries. Because these are our elected representatives. They are not our representatives. They are working for these big organizations. Whatever they want, they can get the benefit from that. So this is how you believe in God, to discover His laws. 7. Universal law of brotherhood. Verse 49 and gives the definition of the universal brotherhood. Innamal mu'minul ikhwatan. The people who are working for peace in this planet are brother or cohorts, or like-minded to each other, regardless religion, race, nationality, gender, color and language. So Quran gives the Quranic community. What is the Quranic community? It does not go after Hindus or Sikh or Muslim. It is based on those people who want to bring the peace in this planet regardless race, color, religion. Look at what a universal brotherhood Quran is giving. There is no concept of any Christian or any Jew or any Hindus or any Muslim. Muslim means that person. It is not that Muslim which they are saying, so you say La ilaha illallah Muhammad, you are Muslim. No, there is no kalma in the Quran. The Muslim, according to the definition of the Quran, any person who remove the restriction, who liberate humanity, or who finish the corruption, evilness from the society, he is a Muslim, whether he is a Jew, whether he is a Christian, whether he is a Hindu, whether he is a Muslim. This is the definition. So this is the brotherhood. Not Republican, there are two parties in America, Democrat and Republican. Or in Canada there are 3-4 parties. Or in Pakistan there are 200 political parties. That is not the base. Number 8, subservient natural forces. It's a very important point. What is the believing in God? Our lawgiver has made all nature reserves and forces subservient to humankind on this planet. We are controlling them. Everything we are controlling. When we know the laws, like electricity, we know there is a positive and a negative. Like the magnet laws, north and south, then we can use them, we can control them. They are under our subservient. This Quran, use them, but you have to make the research. It is therefore incumbent upon you to get hold of abundant wealth hidden within the earth's crust, in the air and space for utilization of the entire human race. So whatever the resources in the air, in the space, all this communication system without any hindrance. And in the air we have oxygen, we have a factory for oxygen, for nitrogen, for hydrogen. They are separating and collecting it, and then they are selling the cylinder to the hospital. Oxygen cylinder, carbon cylinder, hydrogen. So this is, but what Quran is saying, that use this for the humanity, regardless race, religion. Make sure that it is not restricted to a few hands, families, nation, corporation, banks, insurance companies or countries. Every person should be beneficiary of the earth resources and must receive an adequate share, and you must ensure that it happens in a justified manner. This is 45:13, 1379, and 13:17, 2229. So this is the Quran is giving, that your lawgiver has given this rule. So put these rules. He will not interfere us. He has given the laws. We have to control it. We have to make this planet as a heaven, paradise, which is hell now. So this is I have given you some laws. So tomorrow in the next lecture we will discuss this universal law of gravity, universal law of intelligence. So all these in the next lecture we will discuss. And if you have please any question, please send me. Your feedback is highly appreciated. Thank you very much.